Yeah, George, if you can just pass me that ball, please, mate. Yeah, that one there. No, not too hard, not too hard. Right, that's your third window you've smashed in the past few days. There's no wonder you can never score any goals with accuracy like that. Honestly, idiot. Right, just go and train the rest of the lads. Go and make a quick call. I'll be with you in just a second, yeah? Go on. For God's sake. Right, now where the hell is Ivan? This is a shambles. See if he picks up. It's gone to voicemail. For God's sake, it's his first day and he's late. Get him out of that headlock. No, right, out of the headlock now. Get him out of it.
2 hours later.
Boss, ready to get started.
Right, what time do you call this? First training session, I did tell you I wanted you to run it. I did tell you over text. 2 till 6. The training session would be run by you to get you to know the boys, you know. Instead, come late, 6 o'clock, the boys don't know you. Doesn't look great, does it? Come on, why are you late?
No, I'm not late. It's 2 p.m.
It's not 2 p.m. Ivan, when you obviously came over to England, you did change your times to GMT, right?
No, I didn't. That is an error on my part there. I will admit that.
Whatever, just arrive on time tomorrow. God, right. Did you at least get the spare football that I asked you to buy before you came here? Just because we are sort of running low.
I am sorry for that, but I have got the ball. There you go.
What is this? What?
It's a ball, as you asked.
Yeah, I can see that it's a ball, but I asked for a football. An actual football that you play, I don't know, football with. And where the hell did you get this from? Like, what's it for? Like, what? What the hell?
Well, I didn't necessarily buy it. I was on my way here, and a dog was barking at me, so as punishment, I took the ball from them.
Right, so let me just get this straight. So on the way here, a dog was barking at you, and you saw fit to take the play ball from the dog.
Yeah.
You're acting as if this is just a normal thing to do in society, to take a ball from a dog on your way to work. Right, before you even come back to work, there is 2 things that you're going to do. First one, you're going to go to the shop and get some actual real footballs. And 2, arguably the most important one, go to the owner of this dog, apologise and explain why you thought it was a good idea to take the ball from their dog. And that'll be a fun conversation. So I'll let you deal with that. You got it, Ivan?
Oh, okay, I'll go take it back. I'll be back in a bit, boss.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 30 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And of course, if you are enjoying this episode or any of the previous content on this channel, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell to be alerted when these videos are live. 30 big episodes. There's going to be plenty more coming your way, so it's very important that you stay up to date with this series. But into our 3rd season, is it going well? Is it going badly? You're about to find out. By the way, viewers, don't know if you realised, new season, new ambitions. Thought it was only right to get a haircut instead of having that ridiculous mullet that I was rocking for 3 seasons. Sunderland probably had every right to sack me based off what my hair looked like. Thankfully, they didn't. And there's no chance of them doing it anymore. So, yeah, fantastic news. So, since the last episode, which was, of course, the 1-0 loss against Bristol Rovers, despite that morale-draining loss against them, thankfully, we were able to get ourselves back on track where we are currently 3rd in the league. We played quite a lot of games, not only in the league, but also in the domestic trophies. So, we do have quite a lot to go over. But in terms of the league, it's going absolutely bloody brilliantly. As I said, currently sitting 3rd, 5 wins, 2 losses, 4 goal difference, which is quite low, I realise, and 15 points. Unfortunately, despite all of our good wins and positive results, we're still not able to get into them automatic spots or potentially top of the league, where Peterborough, as was the case last year, team is running away with it. Peterborough are currently unbeaten in the league so far. 7 wins out of 7, 13 goal difference and 21 points. So they are the team to beat. And I honestly cannot wait to play against Peterborough, because I genuinely think the way our team is playing, the way we're scoring goals, our overall team play has been fantastic. Honestly, probably the best it's been in this entire series. Everyone's getting goals. We're no longer relying on one specific player, as was the case last year with Pellegrini. Everyone's pitching in the midfield, the defence, and obviously the attackers. So I think this year we have the best chance of getting promoted. And arguably, I'd probably say we probably have a weaker squad than last year, which I know is bizarre to say when I said last episode we have a fantastic squad. We still have a fantastic squad, but I don't think it's as strong as the last year's. It's not too far away, but it's just missing a little bit of quality. But weirdly, we're playing better, so I'm not complaining. And another fantastic thing to see is we do have 2 players currently leading the line in terms of player stats. Josh Harrop is leading the assist charts, which is fantastic to see. He has had a phenomenal season with us so far. Of course, on loan from Bristol City. 5 assists, 2 goals in 7 matches. He is playing very, very well. And he's not the only man that deserves the credit. As I said, there's a lot of players that are playing very well. But it's the same as last year. Sam Hughes is also making a mark on our team. He's second highest of the average ratings and player of the match. He's currently got 3 man of the matches. Currently drawing with Edwards and Sam Humphreys from Rochdale and Forest Green respectively. So fingers crossed at the end of the season we'll have a lot more players on this list. We currently don't have anyone in the goal charts or the top 3 sort of goal charts, which is a little bit disappointing to see. But as I said, all of our goals are coming from different areas of the pitch, so I'm not entirely surprised. But enough of that. Let's go and have a look at the results. And it's good, boys. It's really good. We have played a massive 9 games since you were last here. Of course, a few of them were in the cup competition, so the Carabao Cup and the Papa John's Northern section. I'm going in to these competitions with the same attitude that I'm not really bothered if we get knocked out of them. Of course, it would be lovely to go on a little bit of a cup run, get a little bit more money in the bank, but our main focus for this year is once again going to be the league and getting ourselves promoted. And then when we get ourselves into the Championship and the Premier League, we can start seriously challenging for some of the domestic competitions. But the first game you did miss was a home victory, 2-0 against Walsall on our striker. Our new striker finally got himself on the score sheet. So going into this game, I was a little bit nervous about how this tactic would perform. Of course, we didn't play particularly well against Bristol Rovers, so I wasn't too sure how this game would go. Thankfully, we were able to get a victory, but not only were we able to get a victory, viewers, we were able to get a very dominant performance alongside it, where not one single player on our team got below a 7.0 rating. And I'm pretty sure this was the exact same lineup that we went with the first game. So it was good to see the players bounce back, a little bit of mentality there. Obviously, the morale might have been a little bit lower than what we'd like, but they're able to bounce back with Calumendo getting himself on the score sheet in the 21st minute. Unfortunately, our left back, Marin, and for whatever reason he is taking penalties, was unable to put ourselves 2-0 up. He did miss the penalty, but thankfully Embleton was able to secure all 3 points in the 86th minute. And that was the game done and dusted. A nice 3 points. And I'm not too sure where Walsall were expected to finish. I feel like Walsall aren't necessarily a great team. They're 22nd. So they're a team that you'd expect us to beat, right? But then straight after that game, we did have a game against Sheffield United, who are currently in the Premier League. And we were able to beat them, viewers. That's right. A 2-1 win against Sheffield United. I was just as shocked as anyone. Trust me. And I must say, on the grand scheme of things, we probably didn't deserve to win it based off, I don't know, the expected goals and the fact that they probably did have a better performance than us, but we were just a lot more clinical. Harrop and Calimendo getting themselves on the score sheet. A few players with a few negative ratings, such as Dunn, Wright, Marin, Rossiter and Embleton. Hughes, our Virgil van Dijk, as I'm going to call him from now on. Mr. Sam Dyke, is that what we're going to... No, we're not going to call him that. But yeah, very good performance from the boys. We were just a lot more clinical than Sheffield United. And when I didn't go into this game expecting much. I was expecting us to, maybe lose, or if we were lucky, get ourselves into penalties. But for somehow the boys held in, and were able to get a really, really good victory. We were 2-0 up after 30 minutes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Then Oliver McBurney got a goal back for Sheffield United to give them a glimmer of hope in the 87th minute. Unfortunately, it was too little, too late, and our morale was absolutely skyrocketed after this victory, and we took it into the next game against Swindon, where a dodo scored against us. I thought they were extinct, but apparently not, viewers, apparently not. We've probably been riding the wave of luck over the past few games, but in this game, our luck well and truly ran out. And based off the stats, you can see why. We arguably deserve to get something out of this game, but unfortunately, for the first time this season, our strikers weren't the clinical ones. Instead, it was the opposition that had the clinical strikers. 5 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals scored, where a Broom scored against us as well. So it just gets from bad to worse, viewers. But then Evans did put themselves 2-0 up just after half time. And after that, it was game over. The morale was well and truly in the mud. It was just a poor performance from everyone other than Hughes and Dunn, who once again are forming quite the partnership in the heart of defence. And hopefully that will continue over the entirety of the season. But yeah, very disappointing result away from Crewe. Were we able to bounce back? Where we did play Manchester City at home, where I sang the praises in the last game. He got himself on the score sheet in this game. Mr. Jimmy Dunn getting a goal. A very dominant performance against probably a very strong Manchester City side under 23s. I mean, we're probably not going to know some of these. Do I know them? Who's their striker? Rodgers. 1.7 million, probably do a decent job in League One. So Manchester City under 23s, difficult side, but we were the much better of both teams. And as I said, Jimmy Dunn getting himself on the score sheet and a man of the match performance in this game. Very good result. We were able to get ourselves back on the winning train, where unfortunately we did hop off the train straight after, where what can only be described as awfulness at penalties did come back to bite us, where we did have an away loss against Rochdale in the Carabao Cup third round. Where are Rochdale actually? In League One. Brilliant. A penalty loss, and it was heartbreaking, viewers. So very, very heartbreaking. Nothing really happened apart from Josh Harrop's offside goal in the 26th minute, but Sam Hughes and George Dobson compounding the misery onto us as they missed the penalties. Marin, Pritchard, Mayer and Benavides getting themselves a penalty goal. But I don't care, viewers. I don't really care, if I'm honest with you. Out of the competition makes my life easier. But then we did have 2 wins on the trot against Wigan and Shrewsbury, respectively, where Wigan did get themselves a man sent off very early on in the game, which very much put the ball in our court to get the victory. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get a few more goals in this game, which you probably expect from us, considering it's 11v10. But Calimendo, once again, getting himself on the score sheet. Dobson and Harrop, the only 2 players not to have a decent performance. But we were never at risk of losing this game. We probably deserved to score a few more, but the main thing is that we did score and we did get all 3 points. And then once again, another 3 points, where finally gets himself on the score sheet, Mr. Oliver Batestia Mayer. The big signing from Leverkusen. Oh, God, this could be terrible if he's not from Leverkusen. Is he from Leverkusen? He's from Bayern. Brilliant. A 3-2 win at home, where it was goals galore and it was chances galore. Our striker didn't get on the score sheet, but Rossiter, Harrop and Baptista Mier did get themselves on the score sheet. Shrewsbury did put themselves 1-0 up very early on, 5 minutes into the game. We went 2-1 up in very quick succession in the 17th and 21st minute. And very quickly, once again, they pulled things back in the 24th. So 4 goals in 24 minutes was absolutely ridiculous. But for the remaining 66 minutes, not a lot happened, where only Mier was able to get himself on the score sheet in the 68th minute to secure all 3 points. Very, very good victory against Shrewsbury. I'm not too sure how good Shrewsbury are, if I'm honest. I don't really know too much about them in a nice way. I don't know how you could be nice by saying you don't know anything about them. So they're very much mid-table. They did have a very close position to getting themselves promoted in those 17-18, but since then they've been very much mid-table. I mean, they are on an upward trajectory, so maybe they can get themselves a little bit higher this season, potentially challenge for the playoffs. But yeah, very, very good victory, and that has resulted of us, of course, being 3rd in the league. But I feel like for a lot of people watching this, the biggest shock is the fact that our tactics actually working. And trust me, I'm just as shocked. And I'm just surprised as anyone, if I'm honest with you viewers. When we started this season, I won't lie to you, I wasn't 100% set on whether or not this would work. But I think a massive contribution as to why this tactic is working is I was very, very smart with my transfer business. When I went into the market, I knew the players I wanted. I sort of knew the tactic that I wanted to make, and I got the players that fit into that tactic. And so far, so good. We're getting some good results, and fingers crossed we can make that happen again against Rotherham today. So, going into today's game, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be your first team going into the game. It's going to be Lee Burge in goal, the rock solid Jimmy Dunn and Sam Hughes as the centre-back partnership, Andrew Marine and Matt Olsunde as your full-backs, George Dobson, Benavides and Jordan Rossiter as your midfield 3, and then your attacking trio of Josh Harrop, Batista Meriera and Calamundo. So feel free to put in the comment section what you think the score prediction will be. If you get it right, get yourself a Dettol wipe. That's right. Dettol wipes on, you know, is given out. There's plenty in here, so, you know, feel free to put as many predictions as you want. You know, if you're not motivated to do it now, well, you should be after that. Blimey, bloody hell. I mean, what value that is. A Dettol wipe? Blimey, honestly. Okay, so going into the game, obviously with Rotherham not being particularly brilliant so far this year, you fully expect us to get a relatively comfortable win. And they do have Delafonso up front. Is that Nathan Delafonso? Is that how you say his name? I need to very quickly check this. Because wasn't he in the Premier League? I'm pretty certain he was in the Premier League, right? He was with Aston Villa. I knew the name from somewhere. I just couldn't remember where. Anyway, back into the game. So, yeah, other than that, they've got Donnarumma, not the Donnarumma that we're thinking of. Other than that, there's not many players here that I particularly recognise. Jack Baldwin, I recognise. And Kasper Kulawosits. I think he's from Sunderland, I think. Right. I'm expecting a routine win. 2-0 win. Easy peasy. You know, annoy the Rotherham fans, because annoying other opposition fans is quite frankly what I live for with football. So here we go, viewers. Let's go. It's Rams. Let's get on it. So a win here will take us to potentially second in the league if results go our way. Obviously, top of the league is run away with it a little bit, as we do have a chance. Unfortunately, the cross by Marin is defended quite easily, but Olasunde on the right hand side, can he potentially go down, get himself a penalty? He does! I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, that didn't look like a penalty, but it doesn't matter. VAR, referees, fantastic, you love to see it. Right, who's taking our penalty? Marin. He's not been great with penalty. I hate my penalty takers, honestly. I hate them. I hate them. Why can we not score? We are England of about 30. We're England of now, basically, except we're more England than 30 years ago when we were worse at penalties. But it's a good start to the game. Oxford are losing, but Crewe are winning. But if we get, as I say, we get a win here, we will go second. Peterborough are just running away. I mean, Peterborough are playing Oxford, actually. I've only just realised. So if Peterborough beat Oxford, unless they go on a mad set of losses, it looks like Peterborough are probably going to get themselves promoted, right? As that looked like a very weird save. Bowler on the left-hand side. Good tackle from... What? I mean, bizarre. We go into half-time, 0-0. Now, I did say I'd like a 2-0 win. We're not actually got a goal yet. I don't think we've had some great chances. We are absolutely shattered. Right, let's get some midfielders on. Benavendez is struggling a little bit. I'm going to change George Dobson around because he can be a little bit more defensive. Calimundo's struggling, so we're going to bring on the Scottish man, the Scottish legend, Fraser McKenna, to come on and potentially create something. We are struggling attacking-wise. Harrop's having a poor game, so we're going to bring on Alex Pritchard to see if he can create anything out of nothing. Now, I have used all three of my subs, which we know is a potential sin in Football Manager because it's like Football Manager knows as soon as you make 3 subs, there's an injury. So if we have an injury in this game, I call rubbish. Absolute poppycock. Right, we should have scored there. We've had a penalty and an open goal miss from our centre-back. If they score here, oh. Okay, right. Boys, can we, like, score, please? Because I'm concerned that they're going to get a really, really shit away goal. Home goal, sorry. Dobson. Rossiter. Rossiter's played pretty well. Got himself on the goals recently. Maybe he can score another absolute thunderbolt. Batista Vieira. It's a lovely ball to Embleton. And oh my God, you selfish little man. That's something you see on FIFA, Embleton. Not Football Manager. Nathan Delafonso's injured as we do get a set piece. Batista Vieira with the corner. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Panic stations, viewers. Panic stations. You got to break him. Break him. Oh God. Oh God. Fine. It's absolutely fine. No panic at all. Oh my God. Right, my career life literally flashed towards my eyes. There's a lot of highlights in the second half on a Sunday. Yet to get himself an actual decent crossing opportunity. Looks like he's going to have the opportunity here, though, on a Sunday. Got himself the penalty. It's going to be a second penalty. No. No. No, no, no. Right, if I'm not going to lie, if Lee Bird scores and my actual penny takers haven't, I'm not going to be happy. If we miss 2 penalties in a row in a game, you are kidding me. You are having a giraffe. I cannot believe it. Oh my God. And for anyone who goes, oh, you shouldn't have let the goalkeeper take your penalty. Shut up. My other penalty takers haven't been scoring penalties anyway. So I thought changing it up. Oh, right. Oh, as if we've missed 2 penalties in a game. I mean, here's a question for you to make me feel less bad. How many penalties have you missed in a game in your experience? If we would have had a hat-trick of penalties misses there, I would have been furious. Oh my God, the anger would have been, like, unbelievable. I mean, at least we're unbeaten for quite a few games. I mean, that's the only positive. Right, where do you want to come back for? There's only one game to come back for, viewers. There's only one game. The Peterborough game in the 22nd of October. So we've got, once again, quite a few games to get through, which is absolutely fine-a-rondo. We're going to be playing some Burton, Fleetwood, so some pretty easy games there, you'd probably say, right? Some pretty decent games. But we're going to come back for the Peterborough game. First v hopefully second. So take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell. Make sure you leave in the comment section if you have any suggestions or things I can improve. Take care of yourselves. Have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. I'll see you against Peterborough. Goodbye.